Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin. Today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna have a look at the best unit to counter Cheongpung. Cheongpung be one of the most used units still in the game. I think Cheongpung is really strong still. He has a strip, he can defense break if the opponent don't have immunity, he can glance the opponent, he can AoE reset and decrease attack bar to 0. He has decently low cooldown, he has a decreased attack bar on skill 1 which is really good. Overall is an insane unit. Unfortunately I don't have Cheongpung so I can't show you mine, but if you're wondering how to build him, there is a video on my channel as well. But yeah, go speed, HP, accuracy, probably the better way to go for him. But yeah guys, we're gonna have a look at the best counter to Cheongpung and I'm gonna explain why they're good counter to Cheongpung. Guys, before getting into the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and support the channel a whole lot guys, so if you can, please hit a button, it really helps. Alright, let's get into it. And if I have the unit that I think counter Cheongpung well, I'm gonna show you how they're built. Now the first counter to Cheongpung, I think this unit is countering a lot of stuff right now, is Masha. Obviously with the immunity, Cheongpung skill free is not going to work as much, and also whenever Cheongpung is skill free on the other unit on your old team, Masha gets stacks because of her passive and she's going to do more damage. It's going to be hard for Champa to actually land stuff on Masha. I can reset her, but it's going to be hard to actually do stuff on Masha because it's a fire unit. So it's going to be not easy, but easier for Champa to glance on Masha and miss the defense break and miss the glancing on her, miss the decreased attack bar on her. It's going to be hard also for Champa to decrease attack bar on her because of her passive, and her having the immunity. It's gonna be even harder for Cheongpung to actually do stuff on Masha. Masha also has a defense break on skill 2 as you guys know, and she can literally, she can probably one tap at Cheongpung. If she defense break it, she's gonna do a lot of damage on Cheongpung at least. So she's gonna be able to actually delete the Cheongpung from the game really quick. Cheongpung is strong, but I feel like Masha is an insane counter to him. Yeah, so number one is Masha, and that's how she is built. Second counter to Cheongpung, I'm not saying second counter as in is the second best counter, but it's another counter to Cheongpung, is Triple Revenge Bird. Triple Revenge Bird, obviously Cheongpung has an AoE, he has 2 AoEs, so it's gonna hit the bird, and the chances of bird countering are 45%. So if you use skill 2 and skill 3, out of 1 AoE is gonna counter 1. Well, statistically, it might not, it might counter twice. So yeah, the Cheongpung still can land a glancing on bird, which is pretty annoying. But overall, being a fire unit, it's gonna be hard for Cheongpung to actually land stuff on bird, as he can glance on him, and bird can give 40% attack bar on your whole team. So even Cheongpung reset for 1 turn, your whole team, you're about to take another turn, and so like I think bird, Triple Revenge Bird is insane. Again, Triple Revenge Bird is especially good against units that have AoEs and they have wind, or maybe even fire like Chivu. But yeah, against Cheongpung I think Triple Revenge Bird is insane. Good damage. As you can see, like speed crit rate HP, speed crit rate attack, speed crit rate HP is probably the better way, as fast as possible. So yeah, Triple Revenge Bird, insane counter to Cheongpung. Another counter to Cheongpung is Sekhmet. We saw the Sekhmet in the previous videos as well, I'm pretty sure, but Sekhmet is usually on Swift, so you're probably gonna outspeed the Cheongpung. That means you can actually reset the Champa with her. She does miss sometimes, story in my life, but anything can miss, right? So I'm not gonna put that into consideration. In theory, Sekhmet counters Cheongpung extremely well. You can reset him and you also get immunity. Usually Cheongpung is on immunity, so you should be able to get immunity for her. But yeah, reset on Cheongpung makes Cheongpung a lot, well, definitely not scary at all for the first few turns. If it procs, it's gonna have the strip on a 3 turn cooldown, so it's a low cooldown on Cheongpung, so you probably wanna still kill him even if you reset him. But yeah, I think Sekhmet is insane. Swift Sekhmet, you're probably gonna move before Cheongpung, and Swift Broken probably the better way. I would say focus on attack more than defense, but unfortunately, yeah, I can get Enchanted Gem for attack, so I have the defense for now. But Sekhmet is actually insane against Champa. So Sekhmet as well. Another unit I think is pretty good against Cheongpung, and I didn't I mentioned her against as a good, as okay counter to. I don't think actually she's a good counter for Oliver, but I think she's a good counter for Cheongpung, and it's Juno. And I'm saying that because she's usually off will. So if Cheongpung lands the glancing and the defense break on her, she gets she gets speed buff, and she also is going to be able to heal 20% of her max HP AoE on the next turn. Also, he has 2 AoEs. Oliver doesn't necessarily need to focus her, that's why she doesn't counter the Oliver, but Champa is going to have an AoE, and usually she's on revenge. So every time he has an AoE, she's gonna have the chance to actually counter, gets attack bar, she might stand on the revenge, she gets attack bar, she gets turn, she can heal, she got debuff your ulti. I think she's a decent counter to Cheongpung, not the best counter to Cheongpung, but it's a decent counter to Cheongpung, doing decent damage, stripping here, she heals, she gets the speed buff and so on. So I think Juno is actually a pretty good counter to Cheongpung. I would build her on speed, crit rate, HP. On I've seen some vampire Juno and I don't think she's bad, but I would say Despair Revenge is the better option. So yeah, I think Despair Revenge is a better option. Last unit that I want to mention that counter Cheongpung. These are the unit that counter Cheongpung. Obviously, you could go Okeanos with the Okeanos and reset the Cheongpung. It works exactly the same as Sekhmet, but he has a lot lower base speed. Laika counters Cheongpung. Yes, AoEs Laika can counter, is a 5 unit, so it might not decrease attack bar on Laika and so on. There's a lot of units that can counter the Cheongpung, but obviously we need to remember that Cheongpung doesn't go into the match by himself, so there's gonna be counter for him. So I don't think Laika works that well against Cheongpung necessarily, depending on what the opponent has. If they have a lot of, you know, single hit units, yeah, Laika can work. But another unit I want to mention against Cheongpung, and still doesn't really counter him that well, but if he gets the immunity, it can work really well, is Rakan. Rakan having the strip, provoke, and the provoke AoE as well on skill 3, he can actually lock the Cheongpung forever. Not forever, but he can lock the Cheongpung for a while. I think Rakan is a decent counter to Cheongpung. Overall, 5 unit work decent well against Cheongpung, but he has 3 hits on skill 3, so it's gonna be able to decrease attack, but it's not, well, chances are he's not gonna glance all 3 hits. But Rakan I think is a pretty decent counter to Cheongpung. I think Cheongpung overall is an insane unit, so it's gonna be hard to actually counter Cheongpung, but I think especially Masha, Triple Revenge Word, and Sekhmet, actually especially Masha and Sekhmet are gonna be able to counter him pretty well. And the Triple Revenge Word is also really good, but it's kinda RNG. You might not be able to counter at all, so you're relying on RNG mostly. Sekhmet, if she's fast enough, she's gonna be able to, I mean, it's RNG, you might miss it, but she's gonna be able to reset the bird, the Cheongpung most of the time. Obviously Jackson as an LD nat 5 counter the Cheongpung because it decreases attack bar, and the Jackson gives attack bar to your whole team again. So yeah, that's not bad, but it's gonna be hard to have a Jackson. Guys, I think that's it for the video. These are, in my opinion, the better counter to Cheongpung. Let me know in the comment below if you have any other counter to Cheongpung that works really well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.